You shared it on Facebook. I wonder if
I'm gonna share it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to, since we can't do live on Facebook. Facebook be. Facebook has been playing me like I can't do anything. I can't do any live stuff.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's really
rude,
whack. It's really whack. All right, why can't
is it a system problem or just something?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, go. Copy. Got it. All right, I'm sorry. I don't like taking this long either to get started. This is the part that I have to do. All right. Okay, it's shared. All right, time to record. Let's roll.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Got it.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, Carleen.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
I sound like this is the female way of saying, what's up? What's up? Hey, girl. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast live on YouTube. Thank you for joining us for this live recording. We have a special guest, and she is already bright and funny. Her name is Carleen King. If you are in Pittsburgh, if you don't know Carleen King, you have to know Carmi's restaurant or Carmi Express. And the name behind Carmi is Carleen. Well, Car and Mike, Carleen and Mike. She'll talk about it later. But anyway, Carleen King, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
For having me. What an honor.
Yeah. Well, if this is your first time watching, let me introduce myself. I'm your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
I am y'all millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
And LaShawn is she's taking a mental health break because that's the thing we're doing now. So
we hone
it. She's not. She's just regrouping with her family. She's not. She's gonna be like, oh, Key Brown, don't be saying that.
She's like, oh, Kiki, I can hear her right now.
Kiki Brown, don't say that. Anyway, so we're gonna touch up on some hot topics, and then we're gonna talk to Carleen about being a Black woman restaurateur that has been in the business for 10 years. Probably
10 years.
You told me, and I'm really bad at math.
Yeah, so 13 altogether, but for 10 we started catering. For 10 years we had a storefront though.
But this is the thing, to be a Black owned restaurant, a soul food restaurant in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
You go ahead and marinate on that. Like we're gonna marinate some steaks or something. But let's get into some hot topics. Are we ready, ladies?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Here we go. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom, for me saying this, but mask up, bitches. New CDC guidelines. It's being reported. COVID is back. A few states with high transmission. We have to mask up again, even if we're fully vaccinated. Alaska, we have to mask up indoors in areas of high transmission of COVID-19. Those high transmitted areas: Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska.
I'm surprised.
So we're in Pennsylvania, one of 14 states that have a moderate rate of transmission. Most counties don't fall under the indoor mask recommendations, including Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. So where can we go? I don't know. Home.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah. Substantial rate.
Already, like when the restriction lifted in Pennsylvania, I had a mask, like a whole drawer of masks, like a mask drawer. We had the underwear drawer, we had the mask drawer. I threw half that sucker out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people don't understand. It is not gone. They did this last year. Remember, it's the summertime. We're going to have, we're going to lift up the restrictions. We're going to have more people in restaurants and bars and things like that, and with no mask. And then what happens in the fall? The cases spike up and we're locked down again. So I would not be surprised if come September, October, November, we're back in the house. We're back working home full time. Everything's closed, So I just feel like they did things too quickly, especially with this variant out, which is worse than, before. Yeah, they didn't think this through. Honestly, they didn't.
I was that person that was walking around without her mask on.
Yeah, I was too, because
that was me. I was like, I'm fully vaccinated. And then when you saw the cases for those who are fully vaccinated and they're still contracting the virus, it's like, oh, let me stop playing around and put my mask on.
Getting ill?
Say it again.
So I'm vaccinated, of course. Well, I am fully vaccinated, I should say. So if I was to contract it, would I get ill?
You won't.
In some cases, it was showing no symptoms.
Yeah.
You were asymptomatic. So we don't then now they're saying, well, because we're asymptomatic, we could be carriers.
Right.
And infect someone that hasn't been, vaccinated. And, there's a lot of people that I know that have not been vaccinated.
Yeah, I still
have not been vaccinated by choice.
Yeah.
You can go to the gas station, get you half a tank of gas, get $20 worth of gas to get you a vaccination with some gas station sushi. I'm just saying. All right, so get vaccinated if you can. How about this? President Joe Biden, and we hardly talk about politics, but just on that same subject. He's asking states and local officials to offer unvaccinated residents $100.
I've seen that.
I think I'm a Republican because I'm like, why are we paying them to get why are we paying them to get I didn't get paid to get a vaccination. So why are we paying them? How about we just not be responsible?
Yeah.
If something happens.
But isn't it fair to pay somebody $100 to get the vaccination than to pay for the care and the continued stress and financial burden on the economy that these people not?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you $100.
I see it in your pocket. I see it, but
I wish they took that $100.
I also see how businesses are having a hard time hiring people because we keep giving this money away and nobody's going back to. I don't know what they're doing because they're not paying their mortgage. They're not paying their rent, but they're not working and they're getting this money. And there's about to be another STEMI check on the way. Refund checks to 1.5 million Americans this week. To Americans who overpaid their taxes after receiving jobless benefits this year. A typical refund check will be around $1,600. I didn't get the first one.
I'll take it.
More refunds will be coming. As many as 13 million people total could be eligible. This is according to the IRS.
I'm definitely a Democrat.
But as a business, Carleen is silly. But as a business owner, does that piss you off a little bit? Like, yo, I'm trying, I can't.
So it does. It really. So I wouldn't say piss me off because understanding that you have people who are mostly entry-level positions, and that's what we hire in the restaurant business is entry-level positions. So those are the folks that are taking advantage of the unemployment benefits until the wheels fall off. And I remember being that in that entry level. I remember being in that place, and I think that my work ethic wouldn't allow me to do it, but I can't be mad at somebody that stays home and makes more. Yeah. Who am I? I can't judge them. If the laws and the rules say they can, who am I?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I know. I just don't. I'm jealous. That's all. I'm just jealous.
It's hard,
Riding around with
and again, we have a lot of entry level positions. So right now at our space, we're not even full service. We're like hybrid during the week. Mm-hmm. So you come in, you order from the hostess, and then you sit down because we just don't have enough staffing to handle a full house all night. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And on weekends we're normal. And that's just been our normal. And I anticipate it happening until September when it is supposed to end.
Okay.
We'll see. All right, let's move on.
It's just our reality.
Yeah.
Here's another one that I think T.I. is starting to see that this may be his reality. He's thinking the gay community, LGBTQ plus community, he says the gay community is bullying rappers. Wait.
Oh, man.
There's more. This all came from the baby, and after the baby received some, backlash behind a homophobic statement that he made during his performance at Rolling Loud, it triggered a couple folks, to come at him, but it also triggered someone to come at his defense, which was T.I. Of all people,
T.I.
You don't need to be talking to nobody. Like, you need to be like, look, I can't. I got these accusations on me. Listen, let me. But he went on IG Live to talk about the situation that happened with the baby. He said, I don't know if I should read this in my T.I. voice. Everyone up in arms and upset about what the baby said. Now, I understand people saying that I can't do it. I understand that people saying what they feel is it's insensitive. They feel it's insensitive. I think you guys have to understand that on stage is not the place that rappers go to be sensitive and soothe everybody's feelings. Now, I do agree with that. He continued, it's a place to go to have a good time. I thought we kind of let our hair down and disqualified the BS because if we pose to not trip, if we see white people saying N-word, singing along with the song, how is we held to such a high standard of morality? He ain't use big words like he usually do. I guess, I don't know what he said. You know what he said?
He basically said, he was like doing his little speech. He said,
Was this about HIV or something?
It's very explicit. He said, if you're not, doing that in the parking lot,
Oh, okay. Let her know how to fill in the blanks.
So yeah, if you're not, what's the word?
Cunnilingus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're not giving fellatio in a car, you're gay.
If you're not, he said it like you're not giving, fellatio in the car and catching AIDS by having sex with another man. It was something in that area. And he's like, raise your fist or whatever, or like raise your hand.
People were like,
and it was like, I said, whoa. I was kind of, shocked about that. And it's so bad to the point where people were like, trying to cancel him. And he had a song with a singer, and she's thinking of taking him off the remix, and it's a bunch of stuff. Don't stream his music. His clothing company had dropped him. Elton John came out with a statement. And then that whole thing right before then happened with Lil Nas X, where he came out with that video and everyone was just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So he came out and said something. So it's not had
a lot of time.
It's a lot
of time. What'd you say, Carleen?
I said, that little brother's crazy. Lil Nas X.
Why is he crazy?
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Look,
got nothing to do with it.
I was talking to my son. I was talking to my son about him. You're right. I was talking to my son about him, and I was like, at first I didn't believe that he was gay. I thought he was just saying it just to like ride that wave as far as marketing. And my son was like, yeah. And then he was like, oh, this ain't so bad. He wasn't for it at first, but then he was like, well, I'm in it, might as well. And I'm just like, he's just out. And there's nothing wrong with it. I do not want to be canceled. Don't give me any emails. Please don't.
Me, I don't want to be canceled either.
I don't want to be canceled. I was just
thinking I'm coming out.
But
no, it is a good song. But no, he's just a weird kid. It ain't got nothing to do with that else. But yeah, and definitely please don't cancel us.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should have kept quiet. I think T.I. should have been quiet. No. I think T.I. should have kept quiet.
He was the wrong person to say something.
To give any statement.
Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. He should have not said anything.
He lost his TV show.
Yeah.
And a movie. He had a spot in a movie because of the sexual assault allegations on him and his wife. So yeah, I would definitely plead the fifth on that brother expeditiously.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I told Jerry I had a comment about this one, and Carleen, I'm not sure how you feel. We kind of jokingly talked about it in the beginning, talking about mental health. I believe that it is the subject of the 2020 Olympics after Simone Biles pulled out of the competition. She's getting a lot of support for her decision. And, you know, she told everyone in a tweet that you never really thought that her accomplishments in gymnastics, like she moved beyond that. And she never thought that people would recognize her for that. I'm more than my accomplishments in gymnastics, which I never truly believed before. So that's awesome. She withdrew from the team final, where I thought she said that she explained that she did it for her mental health. I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I'm not a supporter, but mental health is serious to me. It is very important to me. And I don't know this young lady. I don't. And I don't even know why I'm such a skeptic. But it's just like, I saw her, she was messing up. And I was like, did she do that because she was messing up? And then I had further conversation with Fred, and he was like, do you realize what that does to your mental?
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure, you know. And he believed that that's what it was. And I felt bad that my first reaction was like you know what I mean? Like, for real?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially with the young lady from tennis recently doing. I see why that would be a perception. But I think that for both the young ladies who came into the mental health situation, I think coming out of last year, right? Last year was rough. It was rough on us. It was rough on people of color. It was rough on women of color. And it was rough on the country. So now you're asking these people who, after coming out of this tumultuous year, you're asking them to do everything for the soul and the heart
perfectly
of the USA.
Perfectly.
And but does the USA have my back?
Right.
So a part of it, I think all of that is leading up that you'd be like, I'm just not there. I just think their heart's not in it anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. You know what? Okay. Now that I get.
Yeah.
Now that I understand. I mean, I understood what Fred was saying too, but that right there, and maybe it's because it's coming from a Black woman as well. Like, you're the only person I talk to about, you two are the only people I talk to about this outside of Fred. So I'm kind of like, okay, I didn't understand. And now when you say that, I guess it does. It makes sense. It does make sense. You being a Black woman, we all deal with our own traumas.
Yeah.
We all have our triggers. And it affects our psyche. It does affect our mental health. We have anxiety and, you know, and some of us have to, you know, take medicine for it. And you can't, you know, I didn't associate that with that. But now I do. Thank you for, why didn't I see that?
I guess because, you know, the first thing we think of is like, oh, she's a quitter. Oh, she just doesn't want to do it because she messed up or whatever like that. But after, you know, thinking about it and breaking down, like, it was rough. And then coming to think of like the whole background with the Olympics and, you know, Black people and how they want to stand up for, you know, us on masks, and they're saying, oh, no Black Lives Matter signs or no shirts or nothing like that. You know, that's very, you know, that's hurtful. You know what I mean? Because like, we can't express how we feel, and we're African Americans and we're the ones getting hurt all the time. So like you said, why should I represent, you know, a country that's not going to have my back, you know? So
yeah. Wow.
No, I get it. It's tough. You know, it's like, oh,
Dang.
you know, just do your job. You know, shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Like, you know, just do your job. Don't speak on what's going on. Don't speak on politics.
Yeah.
On the issues. You know, like they don't want to. They just want to see you play. You know, but
wow,
it's tough. I get it. Yeah.
Why compete? You know that's going to happen. Like, you know, you're going to get the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you didn't know that you weren't built for it, because it comes at you, I can imagine, at a magnitude. Like, you're not, like, not only are the people that are physically in front of you watching you, you know that there are countries watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're labeling you the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest of all time. Forget Mary Lou Retton. Forget what is that little girl's name? I forget. Dominique Dawes, and you know, forget them. Gabby Douglas. You the GOAT. You the one. Because that's the same thing they said to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And every day you gotta, and you think about that. You take that with you every day. I get it. Wow. Yeah. I feel bad that I had that first thought. So thanks, Carleen.
Well, today I learned that GOAT stands for greatest of all time.
Are you serious?
I never knew that. I was today years old when I found out the GOAT means
the more you know. I need a rainbow. The more you know. All right, so we're going to get to learn some Who the F Cares news. I'm not sure how close you are to the hot topics, Carleen, but you know, certain things we need to know, and then we'll decide who cares, why do we care? Yeah. Celebrity couple Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who I thought was adorable. They're adorable to me. Well, not anymore, because they're getting backlash for saying that they don't bathe themselves or their kids often. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, they were on there. I think it was the podcast.
Look at Carleen's face. She's like, what?
Yeah. I'm surprised, honestly. You know, she has said something like she'll wipe the main areas, but she won't do like her legs, her arms.
Well, where are they going? So, like, if they're going to the grocery store, trust me, I work from home. Mm-hmm. And there are times where I get up, I go for my walk run, and I come back covered in sweat, funky, and I start working. Mm-hmm. And then, don't judge me. And then around 1 o'clock, I'll be like, "Ooh, I need to take a shower."
Right.
And you know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to the store or something like that, but I have to eventually take a shower, because I'm like, that's gross. I'm feeling sticky and funky. You can smell yourself.
Yeah, you can smell. When you smell yourself, that's how you know it's bad. But
you smell yourself. Yeah.
You know.
What you think? Go ahead, Jerry.
No. I was just about to pick it off of what you said. But yeah, that's what they had mentioned. It just kind of, I don't know.
Why is that news?
I guess
because who cares?
Yeah, right.
That's her kids. I will tell you this though. Since J-Lo got her groove back, you ain't heard about them babies. She said, "F them kids." She said, "F them kids."
F them.
Did she not? Have you seen them? Have you seen them babies?
No.
Right.
Well,
you see them all the time.
Google them?
Oh man.
You saw him when she was with Adam Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
They with the
dad.
Who's
she with now? I miss everything.
Ben
Affleck with Ben. She's back with. I remember. Mm-hmm.
She said, "F them kids." She getting her groove back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving right along, because we got to get to Carleen. Soulja Boy had a birthday party that he was super late for, but it got raided by the LAPD. I guess he was just really busy getting this car that was gifted to him from Ray J, a McLaurin sports car.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for your birthday from another grown ass man.
How many cars do you eat. Like, I just don't get
Where you
it.
going? Where you going? Where you
How
going?
many carbs do you need?
Where you going? Where you going? I just want. Where are you going? Where do you gotta be? Are you in Italy? Like, dude, you're in Compton. What do you need a DeLorean for? Or a DeLorean? A McLaurin for?
DeLorean. It sounded like
Back to the Future. Boy, bye. Oh, shut up. All right. Rapper Saweetie's getting her own McDonald's meal. You know, Carleen, I'm thinking about asking you to do this. Maybe you could do like a Kiki burger, Kiki martini or something. So Saweetie's gonna get burger. I like it. I'll let you know the ingredients later. Hold on a second. So rapper Saweetie's getting her own McDonald's meal. You get a Big Mac, 4-piece nuggets, medium fries, medium Sprite, a sauce which includes barbecue and Saweetie in sour, and it will be available next month.
Didn't what's his name do that? Travis Scott?
I guess this is what we're doing now.
He came out with his own
celebrities
meal.
Getting Happy Meals.
Who is this girl?
She's just like LaShawn.
A woman of a certain age. Who is getting this?
She was with Quavo. She dated Quavo. She's a rapper. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm. She's the one that they said like a fake. The other one, Cardi B.
They all look alike to me. They all look alike to me. Same lace front.
Yeah. Well, both of their men was a part of Egos. So maybe that's how that came about. But she's not even with Quavo no more. Mm-mm.
She don't need to be.
No.
But I just think, who cares about that? Why does anybody? Also, do you care if Safari leaves Love and Hip Hop?
Oh, is that what he said?
Y'all don't care? Okay. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, okay. I don't even watch the show. I forgot who he was. So we're going to talk to Carleen King, who is the co-founder of Carmi Soul Food and Carmi Express right here in Pittsburgh. They sell soul food, y'all. Mm-hmm. This is where your mama come. When she don't feel like cooking, this is where your mama come to eat. That's the slogan. This is where your mama eat. So. That's where your mama eat. We're going to take a quick break. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Hold on. Thanks, LaShawn.
Oh my God, I forgot.
That's all right. We're back. Terrible. Hey girl, hey.
Okay.
Jerry is fired. Jerry is fired.
Oh, my dad. I forgot.
She's fired. All right. So I said this last week when we had Key on last time. Key Atwell. When we record live, and so we take breaks. And during that time, LaShawn gives us a countdown. But LaShawn's, not here, so it's Jerry's job, and she's failed at it like 3 times already. So you're fired. All you need to do is count to 5. You just need to count to 5 so we can take a break. That's it. It's fine. So we're here. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast. We have Carleen King, who is the co-founder of Carmi's Soul Food and Carmi Express in Pittsburgh. Let me tell you. It's that face that you just food disrespectful. Macaroni and cheese, the greens, the catfish, the fried chicken, the meatloaf, the stuffed pork chops, stuffed chicken. I can't eat shrimp and grits, but shrimp and grits, catfish and grits, child, chicken and waffles. Let me stop. Listen.
Everything's good.
Continue.
Yams. Oh, yams. The yams are crazy. And the cornbread.
Never really, Oh yeah, the cornbread's really good. Cornbread's
I think your cornbread should be in a contest with Olive Garden bread sticks, Red Lobster biscuits,
Texas Roadhouse rolls.
And Texas, okay, and Texas Roadhouse Roll, and then you got Carmi's cornbread. That's a
Cheesecake Factory, that little brown bread.
Oh yeah, that brown
Cheesecake
bread.
Factory.
You ain't like it?
Yeah.
That bread.
But they give me cold butter.
I know. Like
They give me cold butter. All right, we getting off subject. Now I'm getting mad. All right, so that's Carmi Soul Food. Their food is so good. If you're visiting the Pittsburgh area,
thank you.
Oh my gosh, yes. If you're ever in the Pittsburgh area, make sure you check them out. She's gonna give you the address to the locations. You've had your business starting off as a catering business, and then evolving to the restaurant, the brick and mortars, 13 years. You've had Carmi's 13 years.
So we started as the Catering Kings.
Yeah.
That's our last name.
Okay.
We cater. So our catering portion and even our email is the Catering Kings.
Yep.
So that was kind of where we began. It was also on our first logo. So we were the Catering Kings, and then we created Carmi, which is Carleen and Michael. And
say that again, please. Please, you say that. Can you say that one more time, please? Because they still say you going to Carmi's.
I don't care what you say.
Y'all going to Carmi's to go eat, but it's Carmi's. Okay, go ahead.
That's all. And we opened our storefront 10 years ago on the north side. Then we had a building on the south. We moved to the south side, and now we have our second location back on the north side, which is an express location.
Yeah.
Right. So why did you move north side to the south side?
Darn, both. Oh, so first time. Okay.
Yeah, the first time. Yeah.
The first time. The reason why we moved from is they sold the building. They sold the building. That was a whole bunch of mess too, but that's the short answer.
Okay, got it.
You know what? That building hasn't been functioning since.
Not very well.
But anyway,
because you can't do wrong to one of God's children.
Okay, say it again.
Yeah,
I was just I was telling her I had went there, before COVID. We was able to still sit down probably like over a year ago, and I had the I think it was the fried green tomatoes. That was my first time having them. I never had them before. And I was like, oh, these are delicious. Like, they are so good. Like, I love tomatoes anyways, but I'm just like, I never had it. And my mom was like, it's a Southern thing. I'm like, all right, let me try it. I said, this is delicious. It was just so good.
Are you guys from here? I'm sorry, Jerry, because you said Southern and made me think the Southern cuisine. Are you guys from Pittsburgh? Are you from down south? Uh-oh.
Is it me or Jerry?
Okay. You, Carmi. Carleen.
Oh, me?
I said Carmi.
No.
Yes.
Not you too, friend. No.
I'm sorry.
We're from here. Our influences come from all over the place, but my parents were born here. We were born here. All right, we certainly have roots in the South. But no, we're Pittsburghers all the way.
Okay. All right. I was thinking of some, grandma back in Mississippi, during slavery time, she only had this one recipe, and we shared it through the generations. I was waiting for some. She was like, nope, we're from here. Nope.
She sold that recipe and brought her freedom. So,
was it? You've been here 13 years, and you and I've had casual conversation just about the I don't want to say longevity, but yeah, I guess you would say longevity for Black-owned restaurants or soul food restaurants in the city of Pittsburgh, and that is a huge accomplishment to remain standing. To not have just one location, but two locations, and just been the name. If anyone's looking for soul food, the first name that's going to come is Carmi's. So to be that,
maybe one of the very few names though, which is
yeah.
really sad.
Yeah.
What do you have? Simmy's? Are they still open? I don't think Simmy's is open.
I don't believe so anymore. There's there's some more takeout kind of closer to the Express, like has Soap Cake and on the hill, what is it? Oh, Z-Best and Sea and Soul and Z.
Yeah.
But kind of the only ones of our type in the city, unfortunately, and I can't wait for that to change.
Right. So how
and that's a pretty hard conversation. It's a pretty hard conversation. Why? Why, in my opinion, have we had success? And it can be very hard, but we're making it, and we're doing the best we can every day.
Right.
Go ahead, Jerry. I had a question, but you go ahead.
So how has your business been since COVID?
That was my question.
That was your cut. I'm just curious, to know, because when it first hit, a lot of restaurants had to close, and a lot of employees, didn't have jobs and things like that. Now things are a little bit more open, so you can do takeout and stuff. How has it been? What have you guys been doing?
So we didn't close our doors for one day.
Okay.
The second day, like the first day that they mandated to close this, we went straight to takeout. We moved some tables, got a refrigerator upstairs, like by the front desk. Like the next day, we're on popping. I think that's one of the strengths of being an African American in business in this country, is that for longevity, plan B, plan C, plan D, you can't be easily shook. Pivoting is new to a lot of businesses. Because of COVID, being a Black-owned business, I've been pivoting since I said turn the sign to open.
Right.
What you may have mentioned this, but most restaurants close like after 5 years. I think the longevity is like 5 years. 90% of it failing within the first year. We've seen that here in Pittsburgh, and it's like nobody. It's like and it upsets me being a Pittsburgher. It's like, come on, you want your community to win. Did you
statistics for the restaurant industry in general?
In general.
Restaurant and it's very hard. My blessing is, and this has always been the blessing that my husband and I working together have. I can run the front of the house, we can run the back of the house. If nobody showed up for work, we can make it happen.
Right.
And that hasn't happened, but I had to work today. Like today I'm on the register, like I had to like work, not just, today, because we had a call. It's just being able to handle every position in the house consistently and without a problem with it, I think has been very helpful. And having a partner who's equally invested in the success.
Absolutely.
I wish that more people knew that it's not easy. I couldn't imagine. I watched, I forget the celebrity chef, starts with an R. He had his own reality show, and how hard it was for him to open up a restaurant like in New York City. Like he went from the business plan, like that was the process that we were able to see. Roscoe, I can't remember. Roscoe, that was his name? I don't know. But he, from the business plan to the opening, to the soft opening, the grand opening, and then the first official night. And I mean, how he was so frustrated because he was like, this cannot fail. And they kept bringing up, your first year, it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. You're probably not going to last. And he could not make it. He didn't make it. And that was another, I wish that the customers knew, and I'm sure some of them do. I'm sure majority of them do, but it's just like, when you want what you want and you can't have what you want and you want to bitch about it. But I think that they would have more compassion and respect for those who work in the food and service industry, because there's so much that goes on back door. Sorry, I don't know why I lost my words. What, I don't know. What's been the reason you've stayed in Pittsburgh? Because you didn't have to.
Yeah,
you just bounced.
I'm tied to my family like us. Like I got straps on me.
Right.
Yeah. So this is my city. I love the city. We talked about taking part-time residents somewhere else and even opening spaces like in other states. I talk a lot of stuff sometimes, but I just really, really love Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So you opened your express restaurant and you went back on the north side. So why did you open up a second location? Just curious.
Well, quite honestly, the reason why we decided to open, when we started looking into having a second location before COVID began, before it was even, a thought. And so what we have on the south, a part of us losing the building that we talked about on the north side was purchasing the building on the south side. So we
Right.
own that building, and that note ain't nothing nice. So we anticipating having full use of the building. But when we came in and we opened, we realized that it's very hard to service the top floors,
Right.
And give good quality hot food. So we had to come up with, again, we talked about pivot. We had to come up with a pivot. So now we have this building that we own. So it's not like we're like, I changed my mind. So that's not an option. So what we decided to do is, how can we maximize on this building in this huge kitchen? So we decided to get a small storefront, and the food we wish we were pushing out up, we are going to push through that storefront.
Okay.
So that was the initial reason why we thought of having Express. Is to just pivot. Okay, this building ain't giving us the money we thought. What other options we have? And so there we have Express.
Okay.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Like, you got holiday season coming up. You got Steelers season coming up. Girl, it's about to be busy for you. Are you ready?
I sure hope.
No pressure.
So as soon as we can get people to come, no, we're not ready. We can't get nobody to come to work. Heck no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But, we catering is still one of our primary businesses. Catering definitely sustained us. Through. And in the beginning of this last summer, there was a big push to support Black businesses. And that push came before all the government assistance came through. So, and we call it, we call it at Carmi, the Black Lives Matter Week at Carmi, because the volume was so great. People showed so much love and just were in lines outside, just to support. I mean, the food was a plus, but their goal was to really support us as a business. That week probably carried us for a month and a half.
It's amazing, the support that I've seen that a lot of businesses, especially Black-owned businesses, had gotten during COVID. You know what I mean? Like I was ordering out all the time, like going here, going there. One time I did go to you guys for lunch, and I'm like, these businesses, they need help. And, sometimes you can't get the government help. You got to start within, which is your people, the community. So it helps. It helps out a lot. I'm glad you said that.
Tremendous.
Support is big. Support is big. And you need it all around. But we're not always open to supporting things, and so I'm just glad that I feel like everything that could come at you that will cause anyone to just close it up, like, I'm not doing it. You all have taken it and pivoted from it. Like, you've built on it. Like, I love that. I admire that about you and Mike. And y'all remind me of Kindred Family Soul.
You know, I've heard that.
Y'all my kindred to family soul. Every time I hear kindred to family soul, I'll be like, oh, that's Mark and Carleen. But no, seriously, like I couldn't imagine. I've never met or have been close to a restaurateur. Like you and I know each other. And so I see things. I've learned some tricks. You were showing me some tricks. We ain't gonna reveal them, but nothing that has to do with a pole or anything like that. But it was like food tricks. I was like, what? Okay. What'd you say?
I'm gonna say, what kind of tricks you learn? I want to know. No, I'm just kidding. Girl.
Oh, Carleen be portying. She be portying. So give us the deets for Carmi. So anyone that's listening and watching and maybe they've never heard of it or they plan to visit the Pittsburgh area, where can they go to get this good food?
Yeah. Oh, and the lounge. The lounge will be opening soon. As soon as we are able to get fully staffed and get the business up and fully running, we have a lounge on our second floor that we are tailoring to people like ourselves. When you have people come to town, we're like, oh, where can we go?
Not many places here.
And so we want to provide that.
Yeah.
So
y'all gonna do karaoke because I'll sing. Y'all gonna do karaoke because I'll sing. Okay.
Oh yes.
I'm ready. Never gonna get it. Okay. So how can we find you and all that stuff? How can we find Carmi's and Carmi Express?
Carmi Soul Food, the sit-down restaurant, is at 1825 East Carson Street on the south side. That one is full service through the weekend and cafeteria style. You still eat in during the week. It's CarmiSoulfood.com. Carmi Express is on the north side, 1219 Federal Street, and that's CarmiExpress.com. And that is more of your grab and go Carmi food, but it's the same Carmi food.
Cool. And they are on social media, Carmi Soul Food or Carmi Express. Make sure, child, that food.
Now I think I'm.
What'd you say, Carleen? What'd you say?
Same food. I had to clarify. Most of the same food.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Carmi Express, we have a lot more sides and less entrees.
Okay.
But it still comes from the same kitchen.
I want to try the Carmi, I don't want to call them wraps, not Carmi wraps.
Oh, the Carmi roll.
Carmi rolls. I want to try that. Okay.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, they have them like a lot of places, but they call them soul rolls.
Okay.
But they're absolutely delicious. It's like a Southern inspired egg roll. So we put pepper jack cheese, rice, chicken, black beans and corn and spinach.
Ooh. What's your most popular item on the menu? I want to say chicken and waffles, but shrimp and grits.
So our most popular single item is macaroni and cheese because almost every meal goes out with it.
Right. I just want to know who's Big Mama in the back. I just want to know who's Big Mama in the back. How many eggs and how many cheeses she be putting in that macaroni and cheese? I need to know.
Our recipe for our macaroni and cheese is actually online, but here come Big Mama now. Speaking of, he coming in the door from work. This is the Big Mama to make the chicken. You want to say hi, babe? Okay.
Hey. That's the hubby, Mike King.
Yeah, that's Big Mama making that macaroni and cheese.
Big Mama to put her big foot up in that.
Macaroni like the staple, for African Americans. Like everywhere we go, macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not everyone could, do it, but y'all's macaroni and cheese is fire. Like it is. It's really good. Everything.
Yeah. And part of what we do is we try to consistently grow and change and not become stagnant or satisfied with what we're doing. So we consistently are putting things off of the menu, putting things on the menu. We recently changed. You talked about chicken and waffle. We recently changed our chicken and waffle to a sweet potato chicken and waffle.
I still haven't
why would you do that? Because it's better. Because it's better. And that, yes, it's delicious. So we're doing that. We do our shrimp and grits, which we do a whole lot of. You can now get your shrimp and grits with bacon and lobster bites. That's kind of new. The Carmi rolls are pretty new. So, just consistently upgrading and updating, and not only the menu, but our space. We got to care, you know what I mean? Because we're very proud, and it's an honor to host the city. It's an honor. And we want to give you a comfortable place to sit, just comfortable, just kick it, relax. Like, that feel.
Going in, relaxing, eating, having fellowship, over some good food, drink, the vibe.
The playlist. Our playlist changed like me. I go from Mary J. Blige to Mary Mary in 2 seconds. And our playlist and our music that you hear while you're eating is reflective of our culture.
Right.
Absolutely. You got to check them out. 1825 East Carson Street. That is on the south side, and 1219 Federal Street. That's Carmi Express, and they're on the north side. You can log on to carmiexpress.com or carmisoulfood.com. Carleen King, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You're funny too. You got to come back.
Yeah.
You're funny. You're funny. You got to come back.
That's one of the things, like, she gonna hang up and like, girl, I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Not at all. It is an open invitation. So that's the Hey Girl Hey podcast. Jerry, why don't you tell everybody how they can find past episodes?
Yes. So to listen to past episodes of the Hey Girl Hey podcast, we are on so many different platforms: Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, Anchor FM, Podbean, Google Play, YouTube, Live 365, urbanmediatoday.com. And I know I'm missing a couple, but those are like the main ones.
I mean, we're everywhere. Everywhere. We're on Twitter as the Girl Hey 2018, on Facebook, the Hey Girl Hey Podcast, IG Hey Girl Hey Podcast 2018. You can email us if you have a show idea or any questions. Maybe you want to refer to a show, or maybe you want to send us an email, because we do read fan mail, the Hey Girl Hey Podcast at gmail.com. And we have a phone number. If you have a concern, if you have an idea, if you want to say that was a really good show, you can call us at 412-709-6130. You are checking us out on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. on Urban Media Today Radio via Live 365 and TuneIn, which gives you R&B, classic hip hop, soul, funk, jazz, gospel, all of that good stuff 24/7. And all you gotta do is download the app and you got it right there. Okay, so I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
I am y'all millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
Shouts to LaShawn Tipton taking a break. We miss you, Chatter Chick.
Holding it down for you. Holding it down.
And we got what is Carleen's chick name? I don't want to say Soul Food Chick. Everybody gets a chick name at the end of the show.
Soul Food.
I like it.
You like
what you thinking of?
I'm gonna get a shirt. Soul Food Chick.
Okay, she likes it. Soul Food Chick. All right, we got it. We got the Soul Food Chick, Carleen King, joining us this week. It is the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Thank you.
Thank you.